Subscribe. MTL World at Middle World 1 YouTube channel. Swallowed Star 2 Origin Continent. Chapter 247 The Third Force of the Origin Continent. 26th of Volume 6. The stronger Luo Feng becomes, the more creatures he is willing to protect. Some of these 729 chaotic states are the back garden of the Thunder Ancient Kingdom, and some are the buffer areas between the two ancient kingdoms, the Wanji Kingdom and the Tianmu Kingdom. Without the acquiescence of the emperors and monarchs of the two ancient countries, how could it be possible for Demon Lord Tigi and the Black Vulture ancestor to cause trouble for a long time? By occupying this territory, I can finally step into the spotlight. Luo Feng thought. With a public identity, it will be easier to conduct transactions with the two major ancient nations and the three major alien races. Although he had killed Emperor Yuan, Luo Feng is still willing to trade with the Yanfeng ancient nation. He believes that the Yanfeng ancient kingdom will handle their relationship rationally. If the Yanfeng ancient kingdom truly goes mad, Luo Feng wouldn't mind stepping in again to make them see reason. Master, how do we seize this territory? Morosa looked at the Luo Feng. Morosa, it's up to you to conquer these 729 chaos states. Luo Feng said with a smile as he looked at Morosa. Me. Morosa pondered, his eyes flickering with light. Master, these 729 chaos states are quite a lot. Am I going to fight alone? As my servant, you can unleash the full power of a peak realm beast. Luo Feng replied. As a peak realm beast, occupying this area shouldn't be a problem, right? Morosa felt his blood boiling, a hint of crimson flashing in his eyes. Excitedly, he said, after waiting for so long, the master finally allows me to show the true strength of the world beast this time. He has endured it for too long. Luo Feng's eyelids twitched, and he repeatedly reminded, Morosa, you know what should be done and what shouldn't. He wants to lead the 729 chaos states, not to cause a catastrophic. Don't worry, the master hates evil very much. I know what to do. Morosa responded. Then shall I take action now? Luo Feng nodded. Although in terms of strength, understanding the Tao of life and death, and having the Star Tower in hand, Luo Feng is more powerful. But when it comes to various methods, the ultimate realm's boundary, or sector beasts are still more numerous. At night, Morosa hovered in the sky, overlooking the vast world. His gaze is deep and mysterious, stemming from the restless desires of his soul. I have endured it for too long. Finally, with the master's permission, I can have some fun. Morosa knew very well that his behavior must be within the framework set by the master. Master hates evil very much. If I kill those who have committed great sins, the master won't say anything. Hey, it's you guys. Every delicious dish, I'm here. Morosa is stronger than Luo Feng in terms of locking onto enemies. In an instant, he has already locked onto all the God King level beings within the 729 chaos states. This is also a normal means of the ultimate realm. The third-rate country, Wind Wolf Nation, is an inconspicuous small nation located in the buffer zone between the 10,000 Realms Nation and the Thunder Ancient Nation. The narrow strip in the middle of the range defined by Luo Feng happened to include the Wind Wolf Kingdom. The territory ruled by the Tigi Demon Lord is in complete chaos now. I hope it doesn't affect me. The Lord of Wind Wolf Kingdom, who was entrenched there, opened his mouth and swallowed a crystal ball, which contained over 100 million imprisoned beings. The Lord of the Wind Wolf Kingdom is a guest elder of the Thunder Ancient Kingdom and has also acquired the Xuanhuan bloodline. This third-rate kingdom provides him with enough food. For a small country like his on the fringe, only eating blood food in a controlled manner within his own country is already considered very low-key. I am a guest from the Thunder Ancient Kingdom, Lordling Yu of the 10,000 Realms Kingdom and I are also good friends. The Lord of the Wind Wolf Kingdom felt that no matter how the outside world changed, his position was stable. Suddenly, an invisible force enveloped him. The Wind Wolf Kingdom Lord looked around in astonishment, only to find that he had already entered a dark place, with wrinkles at the edges of the darkness. Spare, as the Wind Wolf Kingdom Lord just opened his mouth, his flesh and soul had already melted away, completely dissolving and becoming part of this dark land. This Fenglang Kingdom Lord has cultivated the primordial bloodline, but he's still too weak. Next. Morosa muttered with a beaming smile, God King level food should be eaten with the body and soul. It is too rare to eat one portion after another. It turns out that Morosa cherishes food very much and he starts eating it one by one. Even the Black Vulture ancestor was devoured by Morosa. How is that possible? The Black Eagle ancestor was stunned. In a hidden palace, his clone was suddenly devoured. The bloodline he cultivated, the Xuanhuan bloodline, contained deadly poison. Even ultimate level life forms would be harmed by this poison. Nowadays, there are actually powerful beings who can directly swallow him. After swallowing it, this clone was instantly obliterated, and the other clones in the outside world also met the same fate, and killed by an invisible curse. Only the clone on Thunder Mountain remained alive. Last time it was the spiritual will attack of the black-robed strongman, and this time it's being devoured and cursed. The Black Eagle ancestor felt nothing but frustration. After all, he was a greatly renowned figure, yet he could only survive by chance through his clone on Thunder Mountain. Morosa continuously devoured 9 great Sin God Kings, of which only the Black Eagle ancestor survived. The other 8 God Kings, regardless of their life-saving abilities, could not escape the onslaught of the Peak Realm Beast. What? 8 God Kings have died one after another. 2 second-level God Kings, 6 first-level God Kings. I wonder if they have been reincarnated. There are only a few hundred God Kings on the Origin continent, and now that 8 have died one after another, it has indeed made the other God Kings on the Origin continent feel a bit shaken and somewhat mournful, fearing that they might be next. It's time to take the next step. After consuming some of the great Sin God Kings, Morosa let out a sinister laugh, and instantly splitting into 23 clones, each going to meet the other lingering Sin God Kings in this realm, the Yunlin Kingdom, and the royal capital. The God Kings of the neighboring countries have been dying one after another. The Yunlin God King was very uneasy. Suddenly, she saw darkness enveloping the entire royal capital, and a figure of a kind-hearted old man appeared, looking at her coldly. Under the intangible aura, the Yunlin God King felt his insignificance. She was afraid that she would die immediately if she takes one wrong step before this old man. The Yunlin God King, in the depths of his mind, felt that this was the most terrifying existence she had ever encountered. Your Excellency. The Yunlin God King immediately bowed respectfully, her demeanor was extremely humble. My master intends to unify the surrounding 729 chaos prefectures, and naturally, this includes your Yunlin Kingdom. Morosa said, looking at the Yunlin God King. Your sins are relatively light, so you can live. Upon hearing this, the Yunlin God King immediately understood. The 8 deceased God Kings were indeed deeply sinful. You have 2 choices. First, pledge allegiance to my master. Second, leave immediately. Morosa looked at the God King of Yunlin. Dare I ask who the master of the esteemed one is? The Yunlin God King was currently nervous and agitated. She felt that she had encountered a truly terrifying being from the Origin continent. This old man was the most powerful being she had ever encountered, and he is just a servant. How terrifying must his master be? Not long ago, my master killed Emperor Yuan. Morosa said. The Yunlin God King knelt down respectfully without hesitation, saying with utmost reverence, Yunlin, willing to follow you. In the long history of the Origin continent, the only one who could kill the Emperor of the Flame-Wind Ancient Kingdom was that mysterious being. Most importantly, the Flame-Wind Ancient Kingdom has not retaliated to this day, they actually endured it. Very good. Morosa nodded. Similar conversations are taking place simultaneously in 22 other locations. These God Kings, some are hiding here, some harbor ambitions, some are assigned. But once encountering Morosa's clone, with Morosa's aura combined with the great Tao of destruction, this kind of immense terror would make even those at the second level of the God King realm feel their hearts tremble, without a trace of the desire to resist. Most of these God Kings have left, while a few have chosen to pledge their allegiance and follow. Morosa did not prohibit the dissemination of information, and the departing God Kings quickly spread the news. Black Robe actually wants to occupy 729 chaos states. His servant is suspected of being in the ultimate realm. These 2 pieces of information quickly spread, and all factions are waiting for the reactions of the 2 ancient nations. After all, these 729 chaos states are indeed too close to the 2 ancient nations, with many areas being adjacent. And with such a large territory, it is approaching the 2 ancient countries. Will the 2 great ancient nations allow such a massive force to emerge? But strangely, the 2 ancient countries were quiet and did not take any action. The 729 chaos prefectures are rapidly integrating, and a large city in the central region of the entire territory has been selected as the foundation for extensive expansion, becoming the future capital. Everyone, follow me. Morosa walked ahead, with the 9 God Kings following beside him. These 9 God Kings are the ones who decided to follow the Black Robe. The Black-Robed Golden Masked Expert has a major conflict with the Yanfeng Ancient Kingdom. Following the Black Robe is risky, but it is also a great opportunity. A moment later, walking deep into the palace, they saw a figure in silver robe standing there. Silver robe. The 9 God Kings were all somewhat puzzled. Master. Morosa respectfully bowed. Greetings, Your Majesty. The 9 God Kings also bowed respectfully. Luo Feng then turned around, wearing a silver robe and a golden mask, looking down at them and said leisurely, You all know that I intend to unify 729 territories to establish a God Kingdom. The name of this country is Galaxy. Galaxy. Yin. Yin Divine Kingdom. Galaxy. The first time they heard the name, they immediately praised it. Congratulations, Your Majesty, congratulations. From now on, the Galaxy Divine Kingdom will surely stand alongside the two ancient kingdoms. While the two ancient kingdoms are in decline, our Galaxy Divine Kingdom is on the rise. These divine kings praised, and they also had hopes for the future. Luo Feng watched this scene. The naming of the Galaxy Divine Kingdom is just the first step. In the near future, Luo Feng will completely reveal his identity. The Yin Divine Kingdom has been established. The powerful beings from my home planet's human race should have guessed my identity by now. Luo Feng thought. Boom. With a single thought, Luo Feng activated the star tower within him, naturally affecting an endless and vast area. Today's world's life forms cannot reflect the narrow scope of the Galaxy Kingdom. However, with the help of the star tower, the domain can be much broader, enough to encompass the entire Galaxy Kingdom. Beep beep beep. In the sky above the 729 chaos states, faintly visible blood-colored rivers have appeared, causing countless beings to look up in awe. From today, the Galaxy Kingdom is established. The scope of the Blood River domain is the scope of the Galaxy Kingdom. In the endless river of blood, the resounding voice spread, echoing throughout every corner of the 729 chaos states. Such terrifying power made the ancient beings of the Origin continent tremble. They also realized. The third force of the Origin continent was born from then on. Blank. End of chapter. Subscribe. MTL World at Middle World 1 YouTube channel.